this is Jeff, 101 Bronson, again behind the camera for this one, showing you all my EuroCrime physical media collection. Of all the films I own on this subgenre and on physical media, we got some DVDs, Blu-rays, and because of the limited availability of a lot of the titles in this subgenre, unfortunately, there are also a couple of bootleg DVDs, which I will show at the end. But let's start off with official releases and start off with this EuroCrime box set from Germany here, which includes 3 films: Fear in the City, Double Game, and Convoy Busters. It's hard to think of the titles because it's all in German here, but yeah, we have Fear in the City with Maurizio Merli. Great EuroCrime film. This one, Double Game with George Hilton. This was definitely the lesser one of the bunch. This is probably one of the worst EuroCrime films I've seen. And then Convoy Busters, also with Maurizio Merli. Now, what's cool about this set here actually is that that just comes with those 3 films, and cool, and being a pretty cool digipack. There you go. There's the discs. It also comes included with the awesome, highly recommended documentary by Mike Malloy, EuroCrime, the cop and gangster movies that dominate the 70s or something like that is the full title. But yeah, awesome documentary, highly recommended, and glad it's included with this set. Yeah, got 2 Maurizio Merli films and 1 with George Hilton. I mean, you can always use more Maurizio Merli because a lot of his films are rare to get, so yeah, glad for this set. Let's move on to another box set by Arrow Video on 2 Enzo G. Castellari EuroCrime films, The Big Racket and The Heroin Busters. I think both of them with Fabio Testi, if I'm not mistaken. Heroin Busters is as well, and also with David Hemmings. Yes, and actually let's remove the titles. Here's The Big Racket with the Italian artwork on it. Yeah, Fabio Testi. Also Vincent Gardenia in this one. There he is, from Death Wish. And this one does have a bit of a Death Wish inspiration to it. There you go. Cool release by Arrow Video. And here is the other film in that set. Yeah, Crime Busters. Oh, Heroin Busters, not Crime Busters. Heroin Busters with Fabio Testi and David Hemmings, who a lot of people might remember. Well, a lot of people might remember from Deep Red, Dario Argento's Deep Red. Yeah, there he is. This was around the same time, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, again, 2 Enzo G. Castellari films on Blu-ray by Arrow Video, and then of course this is a collector's set, so Arrow Video also provides you with a cool little booklet detailing a lot of stuff about these 2 crime classics, which they are. I mean, the Enzo G. Castellari ones are always great. You can't go wrong with if you're making your way into this genre. Check out my EuroCrime beginner's guide for more recommendations, obviously. But if you're getting into the genre, you can't go wrong if you watch a Enzo G. Castellari one. Street Law, The Big Racket, Heroin Busters, all fantastic film. High Crime as well with Franco Nero, all fantastic films. So that's the Rogue Cops and Racketeers set by Arrow Video. Not done with box sets. Here's one by Raro Video on 4 Fernando De Leo films. This is a DVD set. They also have done this on Blu-ray, which I should get, but these DVDs still serve me fine, to be honest. But yeah, 4 cool EuroCrime films by Fernando De Leo, who's a bit like the Sergio Leone of the genre, because he's done some of the best ones, obviously. And yeah, Quentin Tarantino is a fan of it. Check out this quote right here. Yeah, it comes also with a little booklet on these films. Interview with Fernando, if I can talk, Fernando De Leo. Get some behind the scenes stills on some of these movies. Yeah, pretty cool. Ooh. Yeah, it comes with the great Caliber 9, Milano Calibro Neve, or whatever it's pronounced in Italian. Yeah, great film, right here. This is a highly recommended one. Again, if you watch my starters guide, I do recommend the Fernando De Leo ones. This is my favorite of all of his films: The Italian Connection, Mario Adorf, Woody Strode, Henry Silva, Adolfo Celli, Luciana Paluzzi, who was also in Thunderball. These 2 actors were in Thunderball, which of course, me being a massive Bond geek, is it's just great to see. And then yeah, Woody Strode, Henry Silva. This film, I think, was a high influence on Tarantino because, of course, in Pulp Fiction, he has his two hitmen, Vincent and Jules, you know, John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson. There you have also two hitmen who I think pretty much inspired those two. And yeah, played by Henry Silva and Woody Strode. Yeah, this is a great one. The car chase in this, I keep saying, I've said it multiple times about this film, but the car chase in this where a character's hanging off a little minivan or whatever it is and then into a foot jet, it's awesome. It's one of the best sequences ever, in my opinion. And then here is the boss, again, Henry Silva, Richard Conte, Johnny Garco. Yeah, great film, this one. I think that doesn't this one start with a rocket launcher blowing up a cinema or something? It's awesome. High octane on action. Then you have Rulers of the City with Jack Palance, also known as Mr. Scarface. Yeah, this was an okay one. This was probably my least favorite of the Fernando De Leo ones in this set. But still an entertaining watch nonetheless. It's always great to see Jack Palance. He's always been one of my favorites. So yeah, the Fernando De Leo crime collection right here by Raro Video. They also did a volume 2 on this, and I should get that as well. I have one film that was released in volume 2, but I have it as a separate release. And just to wrap up on the Raro Video ones, let's show that right now, because this is a Blu-ray release of Fernando De Leo's Shoot First, Die Later. Look at that cover. That's a cool cover, isn't it? Yeah, this is one that Raro Video released in their second volume of Fernando De Leo films, but I have a separate, Blu-ray release with a slipcover here. But yeah, Fernando De Leo, this is a later one. 74, Luke Miranda is in this one, Richard Conte as well. Yeah, if you guys want to read up on it, of course, feel free to pause. But yeah, Shoot First, Die Later, this was a good one as well. Now we'll move over to, separate releases, loose releases, outside of a box set. And I have to cover this one up on the cover. And it is my favorite EuroCrime film, Almost Human by Umberto Lenzi with Tomas Milian and Henry Silva. And yes, this woman hanging off the chandelier has her tits out. Let's see if the back is safe. With Shameless, you never know. Yeah, we're safe. Yeah, so here we go. This is, again, if you guys want to read up on this film, feel free to pause. Yeah, it's my favorite. Is it safe? No, not safe. The disc art has also the chandelier picture on it. Yeah, this is my favorite EuroCrime film. Music by Ennio Morricone is fantastic in this one. Of course, it goes without saying that it is, but yeah, some other great supporting actors in this. Anita Strindberg is in it, who was in plenty of giallos. We saw her die. She was also in Your Vice is a Locked Room. Only I Have the Key. Oh, almost wanted to flip to the naughty cover again without covering it up, but yeah, Almost Human, highly recommend it. Like I said, it's my personal favorite in the genre. Then we have Brothers Till We Die, another Tomas Milian, Umberto Lenzi collaboration right here on 88 Films slipcover release in the Italian collection. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, it is in the Italian collection. Yeah, but I got it flipped to this artwork. But yeah, Brothers Till We Die, pretty decent, solid EuroCrime film. Actually, I think this is the one where Tomas Milian actually plays a dual role. He plays two parts in this film. One as Monezza and one as El Gobbo, or the Hunchback, who is, of course, from Rome Armed to the Teeth, which we're going to get to later, which is the Tough Ones. So it's a bit of a sequel to that film in some aspects, but yeah. Brothers Till We Die, great Tomas Milian. You can't go wrong with any of the Tomas Milian films, to be honest. Well, except maybe some of his comedies later on, if you're not a fan of the comedies. But anyway, next up is Confessions of a Police Captain by Damiano. I can never pronounce this in one go. Damiano Damiani, that's the best effort I'm gonna give it. But yeah, with Franco Nero, Martin Balsam. Yeah, this is more of a talky EuroCrime film. It's more talking instead of action. You know, more of a crime thriller. But there's still, some shootouts and stuff. And it's still a very good film. It's I definitely enjoyed it. It's like I said, it's a bit of a slower one. It's not as heavy on action as some of the other ones, but still a worthy entry into the genre, if you ask me. I definitely enjoyed it. The German title, yeah, doesn't make sense once again, but yeah. Anyway, Confessions of a Police Captain. Here is another one with Thomas Millian, a pretty recent addition to the collection, The Counselor, or The Counselor of Crime, or Il Consigliere. Yeah, Thomas Millian, and once again, Martin Balsam as well. A mafia crime gangster picture where, yeah, Martin Balsam sort of plays the head of the family, and the second in command and sort of adopted son, played by Thomas Millian. Yeah, they have to fight off their enemies, and of course it's a mafia film, so deals with betrayals and double crosses. So yeah, highly recommend. I did really enjoy this one. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did, but it really ended up being a great watch. So yeah. Oh, here we go, another one by Umberto Lenzi, and this one combines three great actors of the EuroCrime genre: Maurizio Merli, Thomas Millian, and John Saxon in The Cynic, The Rat, and the Fist. I still don't get the title, but never mind, it's an Italian crime film. I guess they wanted a similar title to The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, maybe. Yeah, but still, this is an excellent film, and again, sort of a quasi follow-up to Rome Armed to the Teeth once again, because Merli and Millian sort of reprise their the characters. Well, no, actually, Millian doesn't. Millian plays a different character. Now that I think about it, it's Merli that reprises the Inspector Tenzi part in this one. So yeah, again, 88 films. There's the original Italian title. Yeah, The Cynic, The Rat, and the Fist. Great film. Next up is a, some would say this is one of the first sort of Politziotteschi's or Eurocrime films that really kickstarted the genre, with Enrico Maria Salerno and Mario Adorf, who's been in a lot of these. There's this Execution Squad, or the Syndicate as the Germans call it. But yeah, well yeah, butt is okay. We're good with butt. YouTube doesn't care about the ass, so. But yeah, this is Execution Squad. Not to be confused with Emergency Squad with Thomas Millian, which sadly I don't have, but yeah, cool little German release right here. Comes with the booklet and everything. I do like that illustrated cover art right there. That's pretty cool. And this is actually a pretty badass, dope film in the genre too. So yeah, I really, this is a recommendation. Next up, more Franco Nero in Day of the Cobra. This is again an Enzo G. Castellari one. This is a bit of a later one though. This is from the wasn't this from the early 80s, if I'm not mistaken, or late 70s, early 80s? But anyway, also with Sybil Danning and William Berger, who's been in plenty of spaghetti westerns. Yeah, this is a cool one. I did really enjoy this one, Day of the Cobra. Not to be confused with Stallone's Cobra, of course. Like I said, you can't go wrong with the Enzo G. Castellari ones, and this is another one that I did highly enjoy. You should give this a rewatch. And here is the pivotal Franco Nero Enzo G. Castellari collaboration. This is the one that kickstarted it all. High Crime, yes. Also with James Whitmore and Fernando Rey, High Crime. This is the film that really sort of kickstarted not just the Politziotteschi's of Enzo G. Castellari and Franco Nero, but it's the one that sort of was responsible for Maurizio Merli coming onto the scene, because after this, Franco Nero didn't want to do a sort of follow-up to this, and they got Maurizio Merli because he looked a lot like Franco Nero. And yeah, this is a highly influential film, and it's a great one. High Crime is highly recommended. And then yeah, we also got the Arrow Video Blu-ray of Milan Caliber 9, which I did, you know, earlier show in the EuroCrime set, but this is the 2-disc Arrow special edition release with a booklet. I'm just gonna quickly again show that a little bit. Lovely Barbara Boucher, what a woman. Yeah, Caliber 9 on Blu-ray by Arrow Video. Yeah, I had this before I got that Fernando D'Aleo set, so but it's, you know, it's okay to have 2 copies of this great film because I do love it. So yeah, here you go. That's the Arrow Video edition of it. Then we have probably my least favorite EuroCrime film, and I know it's I know what you're about to say, like, but it stars Franco Nero and Telly Savalas. Yes, it does. It's a complete waste of both men's talent, if you ask me. This looks cool, believe me, here with the pictures and everything, this looks cool, but I was severely disappointed with this film. I do have to give it a rewatch, to be fair, but I mean, come on, how can you fuck up a film with Franco Nero and Telly Savalas? Yeah, somehow they did, but yeah. Redneck, very, very disappointing EuroCrime film for me. Was hugely disappointed with that one. This one though was excellent, by Sergio Solima, his second EuroCrime film. Revolver with Oliver Reed, Fabio Testi, yeah, again, and a great score by the maestro Ennio Morricone. Look at that cover art there. That's beautiful cover art there. Yeah. Oh, is that nudity? Okay, yeah, the nipples are covered, so we're good. Yeah, Revolver. Like I said, this has a fantastic soundtrack by Ennio Morricone, which I do have on CD. I do have that soundtrack on CD. Revolver. Yeah, this is a great one. Oliver Reed. Hard to believe Oliver Reed did an Italian crime film, but yeah, he definitely did. It sort of goes through Ennio Morricone's other scores for EuroCrimes, and there's Almost Human. It's one of the other ones. Yeah, very, very nice. So yeah, that's Revolver. Next up, more Tomas Milian in Silent Action. Also more Luke Miranda. He's been a few titles we've featured so far. But yeah, Silent Action. This one by Sergio Martino. Who we are going to get to another film of his soon. This is a Fractured Visions release in the UK. Yeah, also Mel Ferrer. This was a solid EuroCrime film for what I remember. Oh, it also comes with the soundtrack. It's the original motion picture soundtrack right there. All these EuroCrime films would have a cool sort of funky, jazzy soundtrack, which really suits all these films. But yeah, only seen this one once. Don't remember too much about it, but I do remember liking it a lot. And there were some cool, of course, action scenes and stuff in it. But yeah, it's one I should rewatch, to be fair. So yeah, Silent Action. Here we go, probably my favorite EuroCrime film with Franco Nero and directed by Enzo Castellari, Street Law. This is a awesome film, Street Law right here. I absolutely love this film, also with Bond girl Barbara Bach in this one. Yeah, highly entertaining EuroCrime film. Oh, love this film, highly recommend this one. If you haven't seen this one, check out. This is sort of a Italian version of Death Wish, where Franco Nero becomes the friendly neighborhood vigilante for the Italian citizens. It's awesome. You guys will love this one. I promise you're going to love this one, Street Law. It's a great one. Then more Tomas Milian, and I think this is also a Umberto Lenzi film. Yeah, it is. It says it right there. Syndicate Sadist. This is actually the film where Tomas Milian plays Rambo. Yeah, Rambo. No, not that Rambo, but sort of based on that. See, Tomas Milian, this movie, of course, was made in the 70s. Tomas Milian actually at an airport saw a copy of David Morrell's First Blood. He actually read the book. And then when he got to Italy, he said, I want to play Rambo. I want my character's name to be Rambo. So that's how they... So that's based on the First Blood book, that his character is called Rambo, but he has nothing to do with, of course, the Stallone version of Rambo, or even the Rambo from the book, besides, you know, sharing his name. This is sort of a Fistful of Dollars story where he plays two gangs against each other. It's a really good film. It's one that I do highly enjoy. So here it is, Syndicate Sadist. Like I said, you can't go wrong with Tomas Milian in these films. Speaking of which, another Umberto Lenzi classic. If it wasn't for Almost Human, this would probably be my favorite. But yeah, The Tough Ones, aka Rome Armed to the Teeth, and check out this fantastic edition by Grindhouse releasing right here. This is amazing. Some cool bonus features. Yeah. But yeah, again, Maurizio Merli, Tomas Milian. Yeah. Excellent stuff. Rome Armed to the Teeth. Inspector Tenzi makes Dirty Harry look like Mr. Clean. He lives by the law. Tenzi's Law. Brutal Justice is another title for it, but yeah. That's the thing with a lot of these films. You have a lot of different alternate titles. This one also comes with the CD soundtrack right there. Cool booklet. I could talk about this film for hours, but that's not what we're here for. So I'm just going to say this is highly recommended viewing material within this genre. This is one of the huge highlights for sure. The tough ones, aka Rome, armed to the teeth. And I had to grab this one from my Charles Bronson collection, but it is a EuroCrime, that's for sure. It's Violent City, Charles Bronson, Telly Savalas, yeah. And Jill Ireland, who may or may not do some nudity. I think most of it is a body double, but of course Charlie wouldn't allow his wife to be naked on film. But yeah, Violent City, look at that. Also came with the poster, which I do have hanging up in the movie room. But yeah, also have a booklet, 2 discs right here, 88 films Italian collection once again. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I mean, how can you go wrong with Charles Bronson and Telly Savalas? In the case of this film, because obviously we previously covered a film with Telly Savalas and Franco Nero. That film they messed up. Having 2 great actors, this one they definitely provided the actors with a much better movie and script to work off. So yeah, Violent City. This is again a highly recommended one and must watch. One more official release before we move over to the bootlegs. It's The Violent Professionals by Sergio Martino once again, with Luke Miranda and once again Richard Conte. Yes, this is another 88 films release, a collector's release in a hard box, hard slip box. Yeah, there's the Italian poster, very cool. There's the comes included with the poster actually. If I have room for it, I would have hung it up, but unfortunately my wall space is pretty much zilch at the moment. Sometimes I just rotate posters. I take some posters down and put other ones up just so I can display all the posters. So maybe one day you'll see this hanging in the background in one of my videos. But for now, it's still in the case. So yeah, The Violent Professionals, another fantastic film if you ask me. Probably prefer this over Silent Action, which also was directed by Sergio Martino. This one is a cool one, deserving of a cool special edition release like this. Good luck finding this one. I think this is out of print, but yeah, there you go. Cool special features for The Violent Professionals. And I will cover some bootlegs of movies that are very hard to get on a official release, or just impossible to get an official release, let's put it that way. Another Maurizio Merli film, Violent Rome. This was the film that was meant to be a sort of sequel to High Crime. Franco Nero turned it down, so they went out and looked for somebody who looks a lot like Franco Nero, and they gave him the same hairstyle and mustache and stuff. And that's how Maurizio Merli was born. But of course, Maurizio Merli has the last laugh, as he's the face that is pretty much synonymous with the EuroCrime genre. Again, Richard Conte in this one as well. He did a lot of these films. But yeah, it's a bootleg DVD, not an official release. So yeah, make of it what you will. It's a good print, and it's the only way to get the English language version on disc, as far as I know. So yeah, Violent Rome on bootleg. And then they followed that up with Violent Naples. John Saxon, Maurizio Merli, Barry Sullivan. Yeah, another great one. Again, sadly, it has to be a bootleg, because yeah, there's not a official English language release of it. 88 Films or whoever, please release these films on a beautiful Blu-ray set. I would buy them in a heartbeat, and many other people would as well. So yeah. Next one, I'm gonna have to cover this bit up. Naked chick there. Terror in Rome, also known as Violence for Kicks. It's the most common title for it. With Antonio Sabato, a pretty solid EuroCrime film with some very gruesome scenes. A scene where a woman's face is sort of scraped across barbed wire comes to mind, which was pretty brutal. But yeah, I would say this is not for beginning fans. This is if you get into the genre, this should be a bit of a later entry because it's yeah, not for everyone, but it's still I found it to be a great watch with Antonio Sabato. He did quite a few Eurocrimes as well. Here's one with Peter Lee Lawrence, who was more known for spaghetti westerns, but he also did a Eurocrime right here, The Long Arm of the Godfather, and once again with Adolfo Sali as well. Yeah, again, it has to be bootleg, which is a shame, but this was a pretty solid Eurocrime film. I did really enjoy this one. So, yeah. If you can get the bootleg, I'd say go for it. It's the only way to get it for now. And it's a shame that you have to get this one as well as the other ones that this actor did on bootleg as well. These should definitely be official release, because Lee Van Cleave did a couple of Eurocrimes. This is one of them. And all of them don't have an official English language release. So yeah. Mean Frank and Crazy Tony, also with Tony Lobianco and Edwig Fanash. Ooh. And yes, of course, as we are used to from her, she does get to show her assets in this film, to put it mildly. So yeah, Mean Frank, Crazy Tony, recommend this one if you can find it anywhere. I think there's a print of it on YouTube, but there's a cut version. I think this one even is cut, because the original full-length version of this film has some gruesome killings with a drill. This one sort of cuts away before anything gruesome happens. The version I've seen on YouTube pretty much omits everything like that. So yeah, we have to get this one in a full uncut HD print or whatever. It's a shame that you have to go down the bootleg road for some of these films. I mean, Lee Van Cleave, man, he's a legend. Release his freaking films officially, come on. And then we have, this one has a release in Germany, but it's not an English language release, sadly. But State Line Motel, Fabio Testi, Ursula Andress, and Eli Wallach. Yes. Release this one, guys. This is a pretty decent one right here. On this bootleg, it was a good, decent print. Not the best print, but of course, you know, just to watch the film and have it in the collection for now, it'll do. State Line Motel, Ursula Andress. Oh, I love Ursula Andress. So much so that I even got this one, which does now have a official English language release, so I'll be getting rid of this one as well. But yeah, Raro Video recently, actually a week or so, or 2 weeks after I ordered this sort of stack of bootlegs, I found out that Raro Video has released this one, Loaded Guns, by Fernando De Leo with Ursula Andress and also Woody Strode in this one. Yeah. So yeah, this is more of a sort of Eurocrime comedy, bit of a sex comedy as well. I mean, obviously, I mean, how can you go wrong with that cover though? But yeah, you know what? I'm not a big fan of the sort of slapstick comedy that the Italians do. I'm not a fan of the sex comedies and stuff, but I actually did somewhat enjoy this film. Maybe I was just in the right mood for it, I don't know, but this actually, I chuckled a few times, which is rare for me with these Italian slapstick things. So yeah, maybe I was in the right mood for it, or maybe Miss Andress just, you know, captivated me that much, or should I say Miss Undress, because she definitely undresses quite a bit in this film. She should be known as Ursula Undress. Anyway, that's my EuroCrime collection, including my my bootlegs. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Do hope you enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and let us know down below in the comments section what your favorite EuroCrime is, etc. Will be good to hear. And anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Take care. Keep punching, and we'll see you all in the next one. So long for now.